You're listening to 834's award-winning podcast, The Happy Hour Hustle. We offer listeners the chance to experience the musings, or ramblings depending on how many glasses of wine she's had, of the one and only Kimberly J. Bodie as she interviews notable clients, upstanding community members, and random passerby. Nominations and awards pending.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Happy Hour Hustle. We are doing a series of special podcasts this week that are focused on small businesses because it is, after all, Small Business Week, and we are, after all, a small business. So we get very, very excited about this stuff. We are welcoming today RecycleBoxBin, and we have Melissa and John here, husband and wife team, by the way. And so we're going to chat with them about their business, challenges that they have, life lessons they want to share with listeners, and any words of advice that they have for you as well, being a small business. So I'm going to start out first by having you guys kind of introduce yourself. What is RecycleBoxBin? And maybe say your name first too, Melissa, because I didn't give your last name. So
Pleasure to be here. I'm Melissa Zeke, and a partner with John.
And also married.
And married. My partner in crime. And we have a business that John has designed recycling bins that are affordable, but also look good, and are accessible to everyone. And we've been shipping them all over North America for the last
48 states, right?
All 50.
All 50. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wow, everywhere. So you're basically international. I mean, sort of.
Yes.
If I could do geography.
Yes.
So no.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so John, talk a little bit about this design. And you actually used to be a professor at Kendall. So you obviously have some sort of design background?
Very, very briefly, professor. I was just a couple of semesters there, helping out pretty much while someone was ill. My background is interior design.
Oh, really?
It's not product design.
Are you going to judge our space after this?
We can do that.
I would like that. I really would. You can just give me compliments and we'll be like, okay, that's great.
And
Thanks, John.
You do have a great space.
Oh, thank you.
But worked many years at Steelcase.
Oh, okay.
In the facilities group there. And that's kind of where I guess I have my design sense grew, and exposure to a lot of product people. It always kind of interested me.
Why recycling? So obviously you saw some sort of need, and I mean, I have looked at like the photos of the boxes, and they really are beautiful. I mean, so what drove you towards this? What made, what was, you obviously saw a need in the market.
Well, it was kind of a second career, and after post-career, I was doing consulting and was listening to, I guess, requests from a lot of the people we were working with about recycling.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when I had to start doing some research on, some of the clients were very wealthy and could afford the highest design things that I could find. And there's many beautiful recycling bins out there if you want to spend $1,000, $2,000.
Right.
But some of the clients weren't so wealthy in schools and such, and I think they were looking for something more in the, the $100,
right.
Hoping for the $100 range. And there's certainly those affordable bins out there, but they're nasty looking.
Right.
And they're blue bins, blue plastic bins, or worse.
Yeah.
So that kind of sparked the why isn't there something out there for people that want to start recycling?
Right.
But basically they can start getting into the recycling business. And it didn't seem to be anything we were finding out there, so we said,
well, we're going to just do it.
Why don't we do it?
That's how the greatest inventions are born. You just do it yourself.
A lot of it was particularly for schools, and my wife being a school teacher,
Yeah.
I think understood the aspects of, schools don't have a lot of money
Right.
spending on this stuff, but what better way to get into the business than, teaching kids how to recycle?
Right.
We also saw that businesses were, instead of the large corporate office, the entrepreneurship, it was jumping off. And it was starting out with a lot of smaller places where you couldn't afford a big business.
Yeah.
And so, and we sell from one-bedroom studios in New York City to big corporate offices, but it's mainly fitting into smaller spaces. And so John designed them so that they are.
They're versatile in multiple
Yes.
applications.
And so you can change the labels
Yeah.
because recycling is, becoming in the forefront, and it changes every week what
Yeah.
you can recycle and what you can't
Right.
recycle.
Right.
So that's why it's got the changeable labels on it that make it unique for your own personal needs, which can change. So that taking those into the concept with some tweaks and stuff, keeping them clean, keeping them accessible, handicapped accessible, inclusion for all. That's how we came up with the design.
So how does it work? So people order the bin, and then what happens?
We ship them out.
You ship them out, and so like they recycle through that. Now, does that then get picked up by a local recycling company on the ground? Okay.
And that's, as Melissa was saying, that's kind of the feature of our bins. I think what we were finding, particularly when you're shipping all North America,
Right.
every community has their own trash
Yes,
hauler, and
yes.
every trash hauler has their way of recycling things, or separating things. So every community might have a different way of separating. So the problem gets to be really of how do you label these things,
Right.
and make it clear and easy for the person that's walking up to the bin and wants to recycle something.
Well, and the recycling companies must love that because you are making with the labels that then people can go in and customize. You're ensuring that the wrong things aren't recycled because that obviously impacts them.
Yes, yeah. Contamination is the big theme right now with China closing its doors.
Yep.
Ghana is closing its doors. In fact, we're helping Ghana start their recycling
Oh,
center.
wow.
And so we're going to have to be finding more ways to recover. We tend to think of it as a materials recovery.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the industry is going in there, is avoiding contamination, increasing the value of the material, and then ways of recovering it. So that's going to be the ongoing thing. The recycling business is in a change right now because of those. We're going to see new industries popping up. Because of that, we're going to see more ways that we handle our trash in different ways as landfills close. We can tell by the legislature that's happening in a country or in a state. We just shipped out truckloads out to New York. They have legislature that every business and workplace has to have recycling bins. Dubai, same thing. 6 weeks they had to have it in. Canada, same thing. When Senator Stabenow passed a bill saying that you could no longer, Canada couldn't ship their trash in here, all of a sudden we were shipping truckloads of recycling bins out.
Interesting.
So it's constant change.
So it's a constant education thing too, educating consumers, but then also staying educated yourself because that's where the business opportunity comes in.
Absolutely.
We do a lot of educating.
Okay.
A lot of it.
That's fascinating. Tune in to our next Happy Hour Hustle where we chat with movers and shakers in the community and try and educate you on marketing trends and things that are coming down the pipeline. So cheers, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.